Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome to episode number 4 of the Halloween nail design kind of episodes. So today we've got 4 super basic colours. You probably all have these in your collection. These are going to be a white shade, we've got a nude and we've got a black. So the nude colour itself, of course, I'm going to use my all-time favourite nude from Cloud Beauty. It's shade N17. I've got a white, I think it's the only one I actually hold in my collection, so I always use that one. It's the 3007 from Cloud Beauty as well. And we've also got a black from Venalisa, and that bottle, I must admit, is starting to look a little bit nasty. I need to clean it, but I've had that one for years now. It's probably also possibly my only black that I've ever had, and I still have it. It's a big bottle, it's 15 mils I believe, or 12. I think the Venalisa might be 12 milliliters, but it has lasted a long time. I'm not usually the one to paint a whole nail black, so I don't actually use the black often, and if at any point I do use the black, it's mainly for nail art. But even these days with nail art, I'm either stamping or I'm using my glitter bells and Unbelievable gels for nail art, so really the black doesn't really get touched. So just pretend you don't see how dirty that bottle is. just look away for a minute. So right now, as you can see, we are doing 4 nails of that gorgeous nude and then 1 nail of the black. We are going to pop them into the lamp. Or not. I'm going to sugar first, apparently. Usually I like to do 2 layers, so I don't really know what got into me today, but we did 1 layer only. So I've got this black glitter that doesn't actually seem that black anymore now that we're sprinkling it on top of some black gel polish, but it is black, but it's got this very gorgeous kind of rainbow reflection to it, and I thought it looks beautiful and it's going to fit so nicely in today's set. So here we are, we've got 2 layers of the nude applied here now as well. So we are essentially going to have actually some stamping going on 3 of those nails. Today's set is incredibly busy. It's like there's just so much going on. I wasn't too sure if you guys are gonna like that. I wasn't too sure myself if I didn't kind of go overboard with this one, but I thought I am someone who likes when there's a lot going on, and I'm sure there's a few of you out there that probably do as well. So I thought, why not keep, just let's record it and see if anyone likes it, or at least maybe spark some ideas and inspiration to do something. So we are going to use a dotting tool, and then on all 3 of those nails that I've decided to pick out already, we're going to use a dotting tool. We're going to kind of create almost like a cloud looking thing, almost maybe like a French tip thing going on, but with these little cloud, like, I don't know how to explain it, but what you can see there, once you've got those little dots next to each other created, you want to colour it in with a nail art brush or the brush from your bottle, whichever one works best for you. I've had quite a bit of that white gel polish on my little plate, so I didn't really want to waste it, so I decided to carry on using it, and we're going to repeat this exact process on all 3. I believe I don't show you me doing it on all 3 because otherwise you are going to be super bored. So I do believe I do go ahead and do a second layer of this off camera as well. So I'm going to finish up the others, here we are, and also apply a second layer. So those are now cured, and only one of them we're going to kind of do the exact same thing, but we're going to do it lower, and we're going to do it with the black gel polish here. Same thing with the dotting tool. You do have to be quite careful here though, just because you might find yourself actually applying a bit too much black, which will then cause wrinkling. Black is quite known for wrinkling issues under the lamp, so do try and work fairly in thin layers, preferably. So we're going to repeat the exact same process, just a little bit lower, colour it in, pop it into the lamp, and then I believe we're going to start our stamping process. So I'm going to use my clear jelly stamper, of course, my all-time favourite one. And we're going to use some Born Pretty black polish as well. I'm actually running out of it, and I can't believe it because it's a quite big bottle. So it's really showing how much stamping I've been doing and how much I've been getting into it. So I need to get a new one. I feel like black and whites are always the most used ones anyway, so it makes sense that that one's running out already. So here is my plate, and I'm just going to pick up a few of these different designs. So first up, I'm picking up these little spiders. I thought like they would kind of suit quite nicely, and I do love a little cute spider design. I'm not a big fan of those scary ones, so this one works perfectly. So I'm going to stamp on one of those white tipped nails. Stamp it down, here we are, all nice and good looking. So when it comes to cleaning my plate, I like to use acetone. side. I'm just going to clean up and do all of that kind of stuff off camera, so you guys don't have to watch all of that kind of stuff. But yes, I clean my plate with acetone. Do not ever put acetone on your stamper. I've done that. The very first clear jelly stamper I got, luckily it was one of those like smaller ones that I wasn't actually too keen on anyways, because they had the one I'm using now out of stock, so I ended up getting a different one, and I ended up ruining it with acetone. It's all cloudy. I feel like it's still usable. It's just just causes you a bit of issues kind of seeing where you're going to place your design down. So not ideal, do not recommend, don't do it. So we're going to use 2 designs of this other plate. As you can see, I really like this super long design. It's really cool. It's got a rose and some spider web, and it's got an actual spider in it as well. So I thought I really wanted to use it, and I thought I'll use it applying on one of the full nude nails, and we're only going to place it kind of on one half of the nail. So there it is. I am going to double stamp on the bottom because I felt like it was a bit just bare. I wanted the whole side to be kind of covered up. There we go. There's the spider. And although even though I said I wanted it halfway, the image is kind of on both sides, but we are going to cover it up with glitter later on, so not to worry. So here I think I'm using, I was using the glitter bells. I know on one of my videos, I don't know which one now, I took it out, but I ended up forgetting to use it, and I just ended up using the more black gel polish. So I don't know, this might be the one. But as you can see, I've just done a few little dots, and I'm going to do little stars from them. Once I'm happy with the dots, I do believe I cure it just so it doesn't move about. There we go. And then I'm just going to randomly place some just spots randomly across the nail just to cover it up a little bit more. This might be a good moment to kind of stop and not to overdo it, but you know me, I like to take things up to the next level, just add things that might not always necessarily need it. But I was looking at this nail, and I kid you not, I was like, oh my god, it's still so bad. Like, how could it be bad? Now, oh, I just wish I didn't do it sometimes, but never mind. So we're going to do these dots, these stars on the other nails as well, and then do those little dots around as well. So like this nail here, I would say those dots kind of added that extra little touch and made it look a little bit cuter, almost spacey like. And yeah, and in case you are using glitter bells, unbelievable gels, I recommend curing them for a minute in a LED lamp, LED lamp, just because they're super pigmented, and yeah, I just like to make sure they're cured fully through. I believe they even say 60 seconds, I'm not quite sure. I'm not one usually to read instructions, but I think I have once cured them for 30 seconds before, and they did smudge, so don't recommend that either. So make sure you do the 60 seconds, especially with sugaring as well. When you're doing a sugar nail, I recommend to double cure it just to make sure the light penetrates through all that glitter and cures the gel underneath. So now it's time to top coat. Of course, I'm going to use some matte top coat. It's the season for matte top coats. All the matte nails are coming out, and I'm going to matte top coat all 4 of those nails, pop them into the lamp. And today we are, of course, like I said earlier, going to do an extra nail with some sugaring, which I'm going to do in a second. And when it comes to crystal placement, we've got almost nothing really going on. We're going to place a little chunky spider down, but other than that, that's all we're going to do. So I'm going to start off with our sugared nail. So using some of that black, I'm just kind of going to pick a line. It doesn't have to be bang on in the middle. It can be literally at any moment or any point on that nail. And I'm just going to try my best to do the straightest line possible. And then I'm going to colour in that right hand side, which now is on the left. And then once I'm happy and I've coloured it in, I'm going to sprinkle on some of that glitter that I used earlier again, just to, I have no idea why I did it really, but it works. It kind of brings in the glitter on the other nail together with the set. So there it is. This is probably a moment where you could also decide not to carry on with the glitter and just leave it with the stamp nail if you wanted to. But I was clearly very, very keen to use this glitter today, so we're going to double glitter. So sprinkle it on, tap away any excess, pop it into the lamp, and the very last little step that we're going to do is apply that little spider. And I kid you not, it was the biggest pain in my backside. Honestly, it just didn't want to stay. I think that the nail wasn't curved enough for the spider, and the spider's got quite like a curved body, and you really have to place it in the middle. It's not going to work if you wanted it on like the right hand side of the nail or anything. It has to be in the middle, and because my tips were like a very big size and they weren't very curved, it was causing me a lot of issues. So I had to put a big bunch of that McCart rhinestone glue gel This rhinestone glue gel itself is specifically made for kind of sticking down very big, chunky, heavy charms or rhinestones. So I thought it's going to work quite well with this spider. There we are. And I really thought it would be really cool to make it look like the spider is kind of falling down the nail from the spider web. So here is the nail design, all nice and finished, all cured and looking sparkly and beautiful. So I hope you guys liked it. If you did, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and hopefully I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys.